Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here, and it is Mental Mindset Wednesday. Today we're talking about the value of a client. Alright everyone, I don't know why this is such a hard concept to grasp, but people out there just aren't getting it. They just don't get it. They hop on Freelance, they hop on Upwork, wherever they go. They get on there for a couple months, they send a few shitty applications, they don't get any responses, and they make shit pay. And that's not even the point. I mean, there's a reason for that happening. We can discuss that later. But they focus on that. They get stuck focusing on that, on the value they're making, comparing what they're making to hourly rates, comparing what they're making to their old jobs, comparing what they're making to what they could probably make in a couple months if they got a job doing sales or whatever. But, fuck guys. Shit. Like, ugh. This stuff irks me so bad, that I have to read this on my forum threads and all these places, and I literally disproved this. I already disproved this. I already showed you what the big picture mindset looks like and how to see the real value, but you choose to ignore that. You choose to just glaze over that for whatever reason. Guys, I don't know any other way to describe it. I'm a big picture thinker, and you have to be that way. You have to be a big picture thinker. And if you're gonna quote Robert Greene in my threads, and you're going to throw stuff out there about planning all the way to the end, perhaps plan to read Robert Greene's other stuff, the other stuff that's from his book, The 48 Laws of Power, about how to interact with people, how to not make people, dislike you, and how to not piss people off. Because when I read that quote that you just, hey, I'm going to leave this here, that really pissed me off. I was like, I could respond to this, I just don't have time anymore. So I want you to know, if you guys come in there posting shit like that and just blatantly challenging the things that I say, I might respond once or twice because I get irritated at it, and then I'm gonna throw you away. I'm gonna chuck you aside. You're not gonna be in my network anymore. Goodbye. You toss that opportunity out the window. And that brings us back around to Upwork and freelancing and opportunities like that. I don't know if you guys heard that siren. We have a siren that gets tested every freaking Wednesday. It drives me insane. Upwork, guys. It doesn't matter if you're making $1, $5, $10, $100 an hour. It does not matter. That's not the real opportunity here. I'm aware of the autofocus on my Logitech camera. I don't know how to shut it off. If you know how to shut it off, post it in the comments down below. I'm on a Mac, Logitech Carl Zeiss something 1080p HD webcam. I cannot figure out for the life of me how to shut this thing off, and I don't have time to spend all day on Google looking for it. Back to the point here. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. The money is not what Upwork is about. The freelance money that you're making, whether it's less than minimum wage or it's more than a freaking six-figure CEO, doesn't matter. That's not the real opportunity. The real opportunity comes from the people, the connections, the network, and the bigger picture. So if you're gonna talk about freaking planning all the way to the end, plan to focus on the bigger picture and stop looking at the tiny ass profits that you're making in the short term. Freaking 2 months? 2 months? Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people... Ooh, I'm getting off on a freaking tangent rant, guys. You could go on Upwork and you could be working directly with the CEO of Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Zappos, something like that today. Those people might be on there. And how do I know this? Because it's already happened to me. On my old account, I worked with some of these people. I worked with high-level executives in the biggest companies in the world. Some of the biggest companies in the world. And I found them on Upwork. And, you could probably go get a job, work your way up the chain, climbing the ladder, Or you could just be in the right place at the right time and meet the person and skip the years of bullshit and go straight to the top. And to me, that's value, because even if that person's only willing to pay me $5, that person knows people, and those people know people, and those people know people, and someone eventually is going to see the value that I bring, and they're going to pay me what I want and what I'm worth. And it's all because I took that lower pay in the beginning because I didn't care about that extra shit. So think about it, guys. CEO of freaking, I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg. Let's say Mark Zuckerberg goes on to Upwork and he needs someone to freaking write his memoirs and turn them into a story. And you're the person who does that. You offer to do it for $5 per memoir, turn it into a story for him, and you're a great storyteller because you've been listening to Sinners, whatever my fucking name is. Anyway, You guys have been listening to it, and you're a great storyteller. You start weaving his stuff, and he loves it, and starts handing you out connections like candy, right? Or you can be one of his employees slaving away for Facebook, even though they might have great culture, even though you might even make some money. You might be slaving away there for God knows how long before you even ever meet Mark Zuckerberg, but you could just be on Upwork in the right place at the right time, and so is he, and boom, you guys connected, you hit it off, you write great stories, he loves you forever, and he shares you with all of his friends, and suddenly you're on YouTube, and you're on TV, and you're hanging out like this in the freaking hot tub. This is Mark Zuckerberg, by the way. He's right here, he's hanging out, and we're like, yeah, buddy, because we're drunk, we're shit-faced, because we're hanging out freaking partying at the top with the freaking elites, because we're on Upwork at the right place at the right time! Fuck! You guys make my voice go high when you start babbling this dumb shit about low prices on Upwork. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. I can't even, it makes my head spin that people don't see the bigger opportunities. That's the only way I can think. It's the only way I can think now. And until I made that switch, until I started seeing the bigger picture, I wish my hands would stay in the screen. Until I can start seeing the bigger picture of what can be accomplished when you really go out there with the intent to help people and create value for those clients, and you start looking at who they are, how they might help you, what other ways you might benefit from those connections. Maybe you get PR from having these people. Maybe you get insider networks. Maybe you get inside access. Maybe they teach you how to build a fucking business instead of crying about your fucking $5 profits. Man, my voices are all messed up today. Got those voices inside my head, guys. I know some of you think I'm cray-cray. That may be true, but you know what? It helps me make more money than you, so it is what it is, and that's all I got for this one. If you guys got any questions, drop them down below. What are your thoughts on Mindset for Mental Mindset Wednesday? I think that's what day it is. I'm Sinister Lex. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time.